Welcome back to EVE Online. Huh. Yeah, I had to say that. So yeah, we're just chilling here, sitting on one of my old characters on one of my accounts, and we're looking at an ibis. This is one of the starter ships in EVE Online for one of the four uh, non-player, or I guess playable races in the game, or civilizations. Civilizations. There's four civilizations, or many civilizations in this game. But the reason why I'm in this ibis, way out here, next to our group's space station, where there's other ships like Titans and bigger toys, regularly just sitting here chilling, parking. Got to do some industry stuff. So today is PI day, I think, and what we're looking for, and what I've already done, is how much is in the storage. What is my storage solution for planetary interaction? Sorry, CCP, you're never going to get me to say PP. Not going to happen. But yeah, how much is in the storage? How much do we have to export out of this soon? And what can we do in situations where we have a neutral character, an unknown enemy? This game has the ability to allow people to become an unknown enemy, and doing that by just like sitting in a solar system full of very expensive ships, like this guy and my other guy and about probably 80 other guys in the same group. So whatever it is. But doing PI with a guy in the solar system, he wouldn't go after one of these ships if he was ever going to go after something. And that's another thing to mention too, is that players can just have no combat history in EVE Online. So we have Mr. Gordon Sokrat. Soka. Right. And this guy has never shot at anything in his life. He is anemic to combat, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah. So he's just sitting here chilling and, cloaky camping us. But hold on. What about his corporation? These guys, they don't have their corporation linked to Z Killboard. So if I look up Royal Canada Army, KH, a Canada Army, or Armory, Royal Canada Armory. Their corporation is listed through harvested kills. So they haven't killed anything since September 8th, which is quite a long time ago. It's now October 1st, so almost a month. So while it's unlikely, what we're going to do is we're going to look at a situation where we're in the middle of a war and we have to do our planetary interaction. What can we do, and how can we plan a storage strategy for that with our planetary interaction factory designs? Because you might be in a situation in this game playing EVE Online where there's 10 of these guys cloaked in the same system as you, and you're being, or your structures and your infrastructure and ships are being assaulted by many players consistently. What do you do with that? Well, we have our customs offices. Now, customs office has storage space. It's got 35,000 M3 that you can use, but to be able to use it well, or as well as it can, you have to have as many storage structures as is reasonable available to export from storage that becomes inconvenient to use to your customs office. So, and I always design my factories with 3 storages that can be exported, or the planetary launch pads. I'm just going to pour myself a drink here for a moment. Some nice Crystal Light. Sip, sip, sip. Excuse me, folks. And let's have a look at our factory on Planet 6, which is the gas planet that we're right next to. This big gas planet. So we're on the dark side of a gas planet with all of our stuff in EVE Online, our group's home systems. A rogue swarm. I might do one of these later, just to try it out, see what it's all about. But yeah, let's look at our factory now. So we're going to view the factory. Now when I look at this factory, and this is a thing that I consider, is that I've got several of these that are approaching 3/4 full on the export storages and are at 1/4 to 1/2 full on the import storage from the extractor, right? And I haven't emptied these in a week. I did them last Tuesday, and I'm still, because of this and the ability to export out of any of these storages, able to extend the amount of time that I'm required to empty them, or that I would need to empty them to continue running them, to about 2 weeks. So we can see here that YASU has 7,000 units in it, and that's probably the import storage. But the other two have 17 to 18,000 units of electrolytes. Excuse me. So we want to take 14,000 total out of 2 of these, out of the export storages. So we'll go 7,000 out of each, and we're going to pay the fee and make sure we have the ESC, and we have the ESC. We've got almost 17.5 billion ESC. There we go. That was the middle one. There. And then what I'm going to do is, because this is 1/4 full, I'm going to transfer green 3 is 6. We'll go 3,000 from each one to the import storage. There. So this other half, I made that half full, I guess, as well, because that would be the maximum that I'd want to fill it. So I filled it to give myself an idea of, how much longer these will go until they're full, with this one as full as it could possibly ideally want to be. As again, to a time guideline, I probably won't need to empty all of this finally for the next time until perhaps another week, almost. Maybe 5 days, 5 to 6 days. It might be 4 and 2, depending on how much the planet that you do this on is extracting. Because this planet is only doing or extracting over the next 30 minutes for 2 days, 1 hour and 30 minutes. It'll get a total of 1.7 million units of whatever it's extracting, or in this case, ionic solutions. But another planet, like this ocean planet, the extraction plan on this ocean planet is less. Some of them are like 2.5 to 3 million. Double this. And when you run into those planets, you typically have to empty them quite a lot more. But aiming for around 1.7 million extraction as a baseline when you're being heavily cloaky camped and you're unable to empty your factories to make some misc. You can make these last for probably like 2 weeks because of the design of the storage. Having 3 storages, you can move your storage contents around and move them around between each of the storages and the customs office. So more or less what you see here is the reason why using a storage container or storage facility in your tier 1 product manufacturing plant design is a hindrance as opposed to beneficial. So keep that in mind when you're doing your PI, folks. Anyways, that's just a quick little PI update. We're doing all of the planets, man. Let me see. This water planet, is that a temperate planet? Right. So this one, I gotta empty this boy. Yeah, and typically I'll do 10. I'll do 10,000 over to the other storage. Right there, and that kind of balances it out. And then 3,000 out of the other one. We'll half fill the other one, the import storage, and there. So that is much better. And next time I definitely have to empty this, but again too, my Planetary customs office is not full. So if I ever have to empty these, my factory is completely full. So this is the same size as 3 Planetary customs offices, or pardon me, Planetary launch facility or launch pad storage volumes. I think 35,000 Yeah, these are 10,000 each. So by using 3 of these as well, you double your total storage volume. And it still processes lots. So these will start running soon. Right before the video started, I restarted all of the extraction timers on them. And what about you? So this is one of my planets next door, and this one could use an emptying. So why don't we go do that? And we'll just transfer it into the storage in the Planetary Customs office. Well, yeah, they can all fly interceptors, do research. Maybe.
Warp drive
Sweet.
active.
Nice. Sure. Don't worry about it. And why don't we go sit at the customs office?
Warp drive
Take our
active.
interceptor out for a walk. This is my my favorite little interceptor design is the Ares. Let's just orbit our customs office for now. We'll increase our orbit range to 30 kilometers. And let's do some PI. So what we're going to do is access our customs office. I'm going to track the customs office by just looking at it. Constantly going to focus on looking at it while I'm dragging stuff out of it. So let's have a look at which ones here are full. They're all pretty full. So 20,000 is probably the fullest that you really want. 23,000 you're going to be emptying stuff the next day, potentially. So 20,000. Which one was the 20,000? Let's look at the factory. That's probably the middle one. And the other one had 14,000. So 10,000 in this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 10,000 out of this, pay the bill. There we go. And 10,009, 10,003, 1,009. Go 980. let's just even it up. And we still have lots of room. So let's empty these. Let's put 20,000 into the customs office. Since we're doing it right now. Still got lots left. Okay, let's empty the import storage. Whoa, that's a whole other week. Yeah, Cloaky Camp my my PI, please. There we go. And we emptied everything into the customs office. Now, at any time, I can come and grab anything out of that customs office and haul it away to a station. So, think about your storage solution and how long it's going to last you when you design your factories, folks. Because you can certainly get several weeks to a month worth of ability to do this without having to physically empty the ship. Empty it with a ship. Storage, folks. You know, store your things. Take it easy.